across the top, the question is, are you financially ready? And I will say that the number one question, training thousands of people every year, the overarching number one question is, will I have enough money when I retire? And so we got to address that. And again, the whole RBI Select is built around addressing that issue, really, when you break it down. And then second question you need to ask is, are you emotionally ready to retire? So we've got to hit 2 yeses, right, before you check mark of being financially and emotionally ready. So if you have to ask that question, are you financially ready? If the answer is no, but emotionally you're ready to get out, then what are you going to do, right? You've got to consider delaying your retirement. You've got to figure out how to save more, being a more aggressive, hopefully a more aggressive saver, maybe not a more aggressive investor, depending on how that looks. Consider alternative income sources, such as that wonderful part-time job after you retire. Very few people do that, by the way. Most people stick it out until they can actually leave. But other things, I have had folks that need to go emotionally or physically, even because of their health, and they have to downsize their house. They've got to get that house payment off the books and use that equity to buy something smaller. And then that reevaluating your retirement expectations. I will tell you, as I have sat across the table from many feds looking at retirement, I like to ask the question, how are you going to cover the gap between what your pension is going to give you and what you're bringing home today? And you probably, if you've thought about this at all, some of the answers will come across, well, I won't spend as much on clothing because I won't have to go to the office. Well, you're not go around naked, are you? No, okay, so we're still going to have clothing. I won't spend as much gas for commuting. Well, but you're planning on traveling. Hopefully you're not going to retire and sit at the house and watch TV. That's not successful retirement. So I'm not going to get my nails done. I'm not going to do those things that I enjoy doing while working. I'm like, what I find is that's not a satisfying retirement. So if you're going to, in reevaluating your retirement expectations, be real. Build that retirement budget. This is the hard part. I know nobody likes that word budget. We shouldn't use that word budget in the first 5 minutes of the session. But in build that retirement budget, it will allow you to say, okay, these are the negotiables. No, I really need to keep that in my life. But build that retirement budget, and then I dare you to try to live on it. Build a retirement budget, live on it for 6 months before you retire. And then you can say, okay, I am or I am not financially ready. If you build a pie in the sky, this is the life it's going to be, and then you just retire on that unclear path, that's where failure can happen. Do the work, evaluate your retirement expectations, and get to where you are financially ready if you're emotionally ready. Now, if you are not emotionally ready, but you're financially ready, and I've met many people that are in this place where we can go through the analysis, can get your pension numbers, figure out how your TSP is going to be part of your withdrawal plan to live in retirement, and you check the box and say, yes, I'm dealing with that bottom right-hand quadrant now. Yes, I am financially ready, but I'm not emotionally. Let me make sure I give you the freedom to go, it's okay, keep working. Work for me. We, at times in our lives, or some of us, work for the enjoyment, fulfillment, the contribution to society, all that good stuff, and that's okay. Yes, the young folks are going to say, well, they've been here 45 years and we can't get rid of them. And I've heard that story more than once. And oh, well, you're right, you can't get rid of me because this is what I love doing, and that's okay. Do not, here's where people get sideways. Do not say, well, I'm just not financially ready. I need to work another 5 years when you are financially ready. It's okay to look yourself in the mirror and go, I have enough money. In fact, the word I'd love for you to write down if you're taking notes is the word enough. That is the most complicated word for you to grasp as you think about retiring. Do I have enough? If you can get to that point and you can say, I have enough money, then you can say, and so, but I'm not done working. Separate those two, your work, your contribution to society, from your from the money, and determine how much money you need, and then determine when you want to retire. So that's if you, again, are emotionally you're not ready, but financially you are ready. Consider working the reduced, you got the phased retirement. You see my point number 2? You've got a phased retirement that's out there in the federal space right now that's like you can work 20 hours a week and get paid half your pension for a year while you train someone else up on your job on your way out. That's a way to ease out and see what it's like. And then you have to build. This is true for everyone. If you are not emotionally ready to retire, you need to go back to this first bullet point. Consider a plan for retirement and address your emotional needs. Build that retirement life, as opposed to, as again, if you've been with the government 30 years, somebody's told you what to do every day. You hadn't had to make it up yourself. When this world ends, you have to begin making it up. So do that now so that you can be emotionally ready. Don't wait until the last day to make that happen.